Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're making some fun DIY skincare. You can either use this for yourself or use it as gifts for friends or family or whoever you think would love it. But yeah, I'm going a little bit above and beyond for these, making some fun DIY skincare, including Cupcake bath bombs, some color block soap, and we're also making cotton candy flavored lip scrub. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's start with the Cupcake bath bombs. We're starting with dry ingredients and then we're gonna slowly incorporate wet ingredients. So we have about 8 ounces of baking soda, some citric acid, cornstarch, and Epsom salts. I love you, little boy. Mama, now you can have a kiss. Next, we have the wet ingredients. So we have some coconut oil, we're gonna add some vanilla extract, and in this case, we're adding a little bit of food coloring to make them pop a little bit more. So I've made DIY bath bombs on my channel before, and basically the recipe is the same. You don't have to add food coloring if you don't like it, but I thought for a gift it might be kind of fun to add some red to make it pink, so that's what I'm doing here. But if you prefer not to have food coloring, you can omit that. So basically I'm adding the wet into the dry slowly so that it doesn't fizz. You want to keep that for the fizzing action for once you drop it into the bath, so you want to make sure you add the wet ingredients very slowly. And then I'm going to press this into cupcake molds. You can make any type of DIY bath bomb you want. If you have star molds or circle molds or whatever you have. In this case, I'm making kind of faux cupcakes, so I'm gonna press that into the cupcake pans. So next we have the frosting. Now I originally put this video up with a traditional frosting, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't confusing that if you make a traditional frosting like this with meringue powder and powdered sugar and vanilla, that's gonna need to be removed. And it's pretty easy to remove off the top of the bath bomb before putting it in the water, but you could always replace the sugar with shea butter and add that to the bath. After it's done whipping, I'm going to add it into a piping bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and pipe the frosting on top of the bath bombs. Be sure to keep in mind that these do look a lot like cupcakes, so if you have young children, you want to keep them out of reach. I know my son definitely thought that they were real cupcakes. I'm sure they taste nothing like real cupcakes, but we would never want to find that out, so make sure to keep them out of reach and wrapped up. I've made soap before on my channel, so I already had the glycerin soap in my craft cabinet. So basically all you're gonna do is you're going to take the clear soap and you're gonna melt it in the microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds. And you're just gonna do small portions and add different colors of food coloring. So I'm gonna start first by melting it, and then I'm gonna add the first color, which is a few drops of red, which is gonna basically give it a kind of rosy pink appearance. I'm also gonna add a little bit of purple into that mixture as well, so that it has more of like a maroon pinky look to it. You can add your favorite scent of essential oil by adding a few drops, and then I'm taking the soap molds, and as you can see I angled the soap mold so that when I pour the liquid into it, it comes out slanted. So I'm doing the first side, which is pink, then I'm going to do the second portion of the soap, which is going to be purple. The liquid soap dries pretty fast, but you do want to make sure the first round is dry before you pour the next color on, and again, it's going to be slanted. Next we have the final color, which I chose to be teal. Again, I'm going to make sure it's completely dry, and then I'm going to pour the final layer on top and let that dry, and then you're going to have a really nice color block soap that you can also wrap in cellophane and give away as a gift or add with another gift. It's just a nice little homemade touch, and you can customize it. So last but certainly not least, we're making DIY flavored cotton candy lip scrub. So I'm starting out with 3 different containers with the same amount of granulated sugar, and then I'm adding some olive oil. Just as a tip, this is great all on its own as a lip scrub, but we're gonna make it a little bit more fun since this is a gift and we're gonna be adding some different elements to it. So the middle is going to stay white and the 2 sides are going to be pink and purple, but first I'm adding cotton candy flavoring to it, which I found on Amazon. You can add pink to the one side and then purple to the other side, and you want to slowly incorporate them together. You want to make sure the colors don't bleed too much together, so you want to be slow when you're mixing it. That way it'll have a combination of the colors. Again, if you do not like food coloring, feel free to omit this and just make this on its own, but this is a fun way to make it a little bit more interesting. You're going to want a glass jar to store this in, and it will last you about a month. So I would recommend, maybe giving this to someone with a sweet note or adding it to another gift. It's just fun add-ons for friends or family, something that you made on your own. So I wanted to share these with you guys. I'm also taking requests for new videos right now, so please be sure to leave requests for the videos you want to see. I'm going to do a Q&A video soon, so if you have any questions you want to ask me. If you like this channel, please be sure to subscribe and check out my last 2 videos. Also, I have a music channel and I have a new cover that just came out, so if you want to check that out, please go show some love to that channel and subscribe there too. Thanks so much. I really appreciate all your support, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.